tears will meet the tide, letting go of what's behind, finding peace in the great divide. Through the endings, through the pain, I'll rise again, I'll break the chain. I'm sailing to the other side, where my dreams and hope collide. Divinely, divine, divinely, divine, divinely, divine, divinely, divine. The waters rise, but I won't drown. The waves can't hold the soul down. Every prayer a beacon bright guides me to eternal light. Goodbye to waters rise, but I won't drown.
Hello, 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 and welcome, beautiful and brilliant souls. Welcome to day 13 of our 13 days of self-witnessing. Today is a sacred day. Today is the Summer Solstice, and today marks the 1 year since self-witnessing, a journey to remembering your essence and radiating truth, entered the world. 1 year ago, this book was released on the longest day of the year. At the time, I knew the timing felt meaningful. But as I reflect on this journey now, I understand that the summer solstice was always part of the message. Because the solstice reminds us that light reveals what darkness conceals. Not by force, not by struggle, but by simply shining. In many ways, this is exactly what self-witnessing has been. A journey to the truth of who we were. A journey to the essence that has always existed beneath the stories, the conditioning, the expectation, and the fears. Over the last 13 days, we have walked this path together. We have remembered the ancestors who came before us. We have explored the living legacy moving through us. We have witnessed the wisdom of the heart. We have reclaimed the power of the voice. We have noticed where silence has been hiding. We released what no longer belonged to us. We entered into the sacred now. We explored the mirror of reality. We became the observer. We witnessed the shadow with love. We learned to radiate our truth. And we remembered that through every moment of our lives, we have been witnessed by something greater than ourselves. Each lesson pointed towards the same realization. The journey has never been about becoming someone new. The journey has always been about remembering. Remembering what has always been there. Remembering what has always been true. So often we approach personal growth as though we are trying to transform into an entirely different person. We search for the next version of ourselves, the next achievement, the next breakthrough, the next level. And while growth is beautiful, there's another truth that's equally important. You are not a mistake waiting to be corrected. You are not a project waiting to be completed. You are not a problem waiting to be solved. At the deepest level, you are a soul remembering itself. The ancestors knew long before you arrived. They carried the wisdom through generations. The heart knew. It whispered truth even when the mind was uncertain. The soul knew. It continued calling you towards yourself through every season of your life. And through every chapter of your journey, the divine knew. The divine witnessed every step. Every question, every victory, every setback, every ending, every beginning, every moment of forgetting, and every moment of remembering. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was outside the sacred unfolding of your becoming. Even the chapters you didn't choose. Even the lessons you resisted. Even the seasons that felt uncertain. Each one carried something essential. Each one shaped the person sitting here today. And as I reflect here over the past year, I realized that self-witnessing was never simply a book. It was an invitation to pause, to notice, to remember, to become intimate with your own humanity, to see yourself honestly, to love yourself compassionately, and to recognize that your authenticity is not something to overcome. It is something to honor. Today, as we stand on the light of the summer solstice, I invite you to take a moment and acknowledge your own journey. Not just the accomplishment, not just the milestone, but the courage it took to keep going, The courage it took to heal, the courage it took to grow, the courage it took to know, the courage it took to become. Take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart. Allow yourself to receive the truth that has been woven throughout this entire journey. You did not need to become someone else to be worthy. You did not need to earn your essence. You did not need permission to be who you are. You only needed the willingness to remember. And so, before we close this series together, I invite you to speak this declaration aloud, slowly, intentionally, as a blessing, as a prayer, as a remembrance. This is the closing declaration. I remember my essence. I honor my journey. I witness my becoming, and I recognize that I have always been witnessed by the divine. Take another breath and feel those words settling into your spirit. I remember my essence. I honor my journey. I witness my becoming. I recognize I have always been witnessed by the divine. Allow them to become part of your story moving forward. Because while this series may be ending, the journey of self witnessing continues. Each day offers another opportunity to remember. Each moment offers another opportunity to witness. Each breath offers another opportunity to return home to yourself. Thank you for walking this journey with me. Thank you for witnessing yourself. Thank you for allowing me to witness alongside of you. And thank you for helping self-witnessing continue its purpose 1 year after its birth. May the solstice remind you of the light that has always lived within you. May it remind you that your story matters. May it remind you that your presence matters. And may it remind you that you have never been alone. This is Brittany Vibez, and I'm witnessing with you. Until next time, remember, your authenticity is sacred, your presence is powerful, and your light was never meant to be hidden. Ashe.